So I just feel like it's gotten to a point of like ridiculousness when it comes to the agenda of Caitlin Clark being quote assaulted by Kennedy Carter. Like let's be for real here. Any rookie should always have these bumps, right? Like they need to show that they can actually play in this league.
The rites of passage, man.
They're rites of passage of any job, right? As there, even in like high school, sports, like as a freshman and stuff like that. There's always a rite of passage of being the new person, and I just feel like trying to baby Caitlyn just because she quote unquote brings eyeballs to the WNBA now is just such bullshit. Especially for someone like Caitlyn who yaps all game and does these little like arm throws and stuff like that in the game and stuff like, and no one calls anything and she gets babied by the refs. She gets all these calls. When's enough? Like I'm just tired of everyone trying to be this hero of Caitlyn because she's getting hip checked. Like I'm in agreement that it was unnecessary, but like let's stop with the hyperbole here that she was assaulted.
Yeah, this whole thing that they're pitting, everybody hates Caitlin Clark. Don't mess with the person who's the savior of the WNBA or the new future of the WNBA. Bruh, sports. It's a physical game. Like, come on. It's a physical game. That's part of the stuff that we talk about, even in the men's sport in itself. Like, well, the game is so you can barely touch anybody now, et cetera, et cetera. We talk about previous eras, the 90s versus now. Bro, can't think of any rookie in sports that everybody has been worried about being babied or having to come to their rescue or they're being quote unquote targeted. So
yeah, I think a couple of things are happening. Similar, I was telling you guys in the chat, I was talking to my wife about this, and Clinton said it elegantly. Like, this is not the first time this has happened. It's happened before, happened to Candace. I think earlier when Caitlin was still in college, I forgot who it was. They were talking about basically her emergence and how do you feel about it, and how some people are not realizing there's two things happening. There's an influx of new, eyeballs on the game and what they have to say. And that also comes with their ignorance about the game and what's happened before. And I think we're seeing that now on a grander scale with the WNBA. At the end of the day, was that an unnecessary check? Yes, but also it's still within the lines of competitive sports and what's happened. We've seen so much more egregious things that have happened in the game on the WNBA court or even on a basketball court, period. At the end of the day, let's not use her fame, her, allure, because she does have an allure. You can't take that away from her. She plays the game in such a way that it brings eyes to the game, but let's not use that and spin it to a circus and it becomes something negative in the game. I'm with Christian, like this hyperbole of, oh no, like they're targeting her. Stop it. If they are, they're doing it competitively. That's what happens. You don't think all the greats were targeted before her? If she even is a great, right? Like it's part of the game.
You think this happened to Taurasi when she came in? You don't think this happened to Sue Bird when it came in?
Happened to Candace.
If she hauled off and I could see if she hauled off and swung at her, different. But like this was like a hip, man. Come on, man. She's not fragile. She's not made of glass.
They try to present
Draymond does way worse. Okay.
They try to present
way worse.
They try to present Caitlyn as this like damsel in distress that needs saving from all these people.
No, Caitlyn is a little grimy herself.
Caitlyn's the biggest shit talker I've ever seen in women's sports.
Let me tell you what I don't want them to do. Do not make Caitlin Clark into the Taylor Swift of the WNBA. That will piss me off. That will piss me off.
They're trying.
Real talk. Because I was talking to somebody, they're like, oh yeah, you know, Taylor Swift, she's just in the third. Oh, she's 35. She's not no 16-year-old girl no more. Like this persona of like she's this delicate flower that she's doesn't know anything of that's going on around her. Like when this stuff was coming up about streaming and so bro, like she grown, she knows exactly what's involved. And if not intimately, when it comes to the point where the business has to be discussed, she knows what's happening. You don't think Caitlyn and her teammates are sitting there talking, they talk? I'm sure they're in their locker room talking about this. And I mean, Matt Barnes says something interesting that I am curious what you guys think about it, because he was in essence calling out her teammates, saying that they're not sticking up for her. They're not coming to her.
Honestly, I think there's
a
small whisper of like they're getting tired of the whole like story behind her and stuff like that. So I think they're just
taking away from the game itself.
Yeah, and I think it kind of reminds me of like in Any Given Sunday when the linemen weren't blocking for Jamie Foxx and he was
Willie beaming.
Yeah, because he just he was Willie was just talking that talk and thought he was hot shit, and so I think her teammates, wrongfully or rightfully so, just feel I think they just don't know if they have her back like that. Because again, like Caitlyn shit talks and she does stuff too on the court. Like if you actually watch her play, she throws an arm here and there. Like
she'll push.
She's been doing that since college.
Since Iowa.
Nothing new.
And I saw the play that happened right before the hip check, and when they're trying to get that rebound, the offensive rebound, she threw a little elbow to Carter. So I mean, and then she shit talked to her and the team on the way back after they scored. So I mean, it's like, what are you expecting? If you're gonna act this way, like people are gonna take umbrage with that.
But here's the thing, right? I'm curious because I haven't heard it, and if you guys have, you guys can let me know. I feel like it's something where everybody else is making it bigger than what she seems to care about when it comes to being on the court, which to her, she has to take some responsibility and say, hey guys, but like stop putting out this narrative about me, right? Instead of just kind of going along with it. This is y'all. We out here to play. Let's get it. You know what I mean? Because she doesn't come off as somebody who is leaning into it, but you also have the responsibility of where that narrative goes in terms of your conversation.
Yeah,
you know who it reminds me of like a rookie being hazed like this was when Lonzo came in. And with all the hoopla that came in with his dad and the Ball family, and how Pat Bev was going to make a point to like shut his ass down. And then all these people, all these players started doing shit to Lonzo. Jamal Murray dribbling around Lonzo that one game. Like it kind of reminds me of that. But the difference is that no one's over here saying, woe is me for Lonzo. Lonzo was for Caitlyn. Like, give me a
wasn't revered as much as Caitlyn too, though. So that's
no, fair. But I'm talking about like as far as like a hype story to him behind him.
Media circus, maybe.
Media circus,
maybe. Yeah. Because I remember that too. People going at Lonzo, but I feel like rightfully so. You put it out there. But what I will say is the difference between that and Caitlyn is Lonzo's, I feel, was more fueled by the antics of his father and what was going on there. Caitlyn is fueled by something else. It's
the
not
media. The media is her father.
Yeah. It's like Lou saying, I don't see her. Even though she's not coming out and vehemently condemning the media, which I think if it starts to affect her locker room, she's going to have to condemn the media. If it affects, they've only won 2 games, so something needs to happen, but that's neither here nor there.
She's not even playing great. She's shooting 29% from 3. The thing that she was supposed to be known for, she ain't even fucking doing it.
Isn't she the leading scorer for rookies, though?
You would have called her
from all the free throws. From all the free throws that she's getting.
One of the top in minutes, and I think they've played like twice as many games.
They've played more games.
Yeah, they've played 11 games in 20 days, I think.
Something you touched on is that I wanted to jump because we were briefly talking about this earlier, was the fact that these new eyes that you mentioned are on there and their ignorance, like guys like Shannon and Stephen A, they don't care about they don't really care about the WNBA, bruh. It's now, but it's a topic of popular demand now. So yeah, they're gonna speak on it. But these guys don't really care. That's all I'm saying. I wish Kobe was still alive. Somebody who was a true supporter of the WNBA who could really just speak to a lot of these things. These media guys right now, they're not really true advocates of it, and you get called out.
Oh, full of shit. Stephen A is full of shit. I'm glad he got called out today. Fucking nonsense.
Thank you.
I
I've
love
got
McNutt. I love
three
McNutt.
things.
I just hated that
Yes,
Molly
he's
tried to
fine.
go to commercial break. I was hoping they'd go back and forth.
Right? Let them cook. I think you got three things at play. Two of them on-court related and also off-court related, and then one that's off-court related. One, and yeah, I've kind of touched on it already. One, the exposure of Caitlin Clark. And we talked about this like 3 weeks ago, the way they were marketing this entire season, like Caitlin Clark is coming to town. Of course, the players that have been doing work, for years prior to this saw this, and they're gonna feel a way. You add that to the fact that this season runs right off of the NCAA season. So there was no time to even breathe from all the Iowa hoopla and whatnot. So it's just been continuous Caitlin Clark now for like 8 months. Right. And so the WNBA players have been hearing this, ad nauseum. And so both other teams and in her locker room as well, I'm sure there's some, different forms of animosity from the standpoint of, okay, that's cool, you're here, but we've been here, right? We can't talk about this and not, throw out the race component of it as well. As a popular saying is,
The Great White Hope.
White women tears are the most defendable tears in America. And so, there's the view, there's the image of a black woman knocking down a white woman, and it's going to rub people the wrong way. And to what you've said, all these new eyes that are on the WNBA this season, a lot of those new eyes are the eyes to which an image like that is going to rub them the wrong way. So anything that happens related to Caitlin Clark, a situation like this, and I hate to even call it a situation, but a situation like this, whether she responds or not, the response related to it is going to be on 100. And unfortunately, that's the situation. The last part of it is we still don't know how to have a proper dialogue around women's sports. And when you have a situation like this, it brings up all types of undertones that unfortunately take away from the things that you all just said. This is basketball. This is competition. This stuff happens all the time on the court. It's not that big a story, okay? Fouls in the NBA get upgraded from a regular foul to a flagrant foul every week in the NBA. And it's a footnote and you move on. It's not a story that you have to lead for 2 or 3 days about what happened.
It's incredible, man. The same people who are claiming how they miss the old NBA and how fiscal was clapping when Kevin McHale clothesline Kurt Rambis are the same ones.
Bill
saying,
Lambier
wow.
was beating people up.
They're the same people that say, "Wow, this was too much from Carter hip checking Caitlin Clark." Like, fuck
I bet you Shannon would have a completely different tune if this was football. Talking about how the lack of physicality is now now at the forefront of football.
Yeah, where was Shannon Sharp for lingerie football? Where was he?
I'm gonna say 2 things real quick. One, I didn't see this play when it immediately happened. But all I heard about this play, I expected to see Caitlin Clark
Draymond
get undercut, so her legs swept out on purpose from flying in the air, and go do a cartwheel on the way down to the ground. That's what I expected to see, not what I saw.
Can I say something? I kind of think she flopped on that hip check.
100%.
Oh, that's her third time flop. I mean, that's her second time flopping in 3 months
kind of
now.
a
Okay,
flop.
Ohio State was the first time
100%.
with that fan.
Well, she was selling it, bro.
100%.
Oh, there's definitely some Reggie Miller going on right now. She's got the Reggie Miller.
She definitely do.
Innocent, yeah.
That's a perfect
guilty
one.
but innocent package now. Yeah,
That is a wonderful
Comparison.
metaphor.
I love it.
You hit the nail on the head.
yeah.
What did I do?
Exactly. Christian knows why I'm smiling because I mean this is OT. If you want to talk soccer, let's go, Lou. You know what to do.
We'll lose Hans. Hans won't come back if we say.
I mean it's fine. I'll be here. Yeah. If it's engaging, y'all don't need me.
We'll find it. So let's talk about let's talk about your boy, the front runner, Lou and Christian. If you can't. But they say if you can't beat him, join him. If you
well, I mean, what's the next step for him if he's leaving PSG? What's the next position? If you're leaving PSG, what's the next step for you? What's the next step?
He's won the biggest prize possible.
Doesn't count.
It literally does.
It does. What are you talking about?
It literally does.
Everybody on that team won the World Cup.
Messi's career was never talked about being complete until he got a World Cup win.
He didn't deserve that World Cup.
That's not entirely true, sir. That's not entirely true. Messi
had a bum goalkeeper who just played out of his fucking mind that whole World Cup.
Messi was the greatest player of his generation with the small caveat that haters and maybe Cristiano Ronaldo fans like myself use to keep him from keeping him at a 9.9 versus a 10. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, how you consider him the GOAT when he was surrounded by people like Xavi and Iniesta for like 15 years of his life?
Exactly.
Bro, he's won every major award.
I'm not impressed.
With Messi, Lionel is solidified.
Lionel, I'm saying Lionel. Messi was solidified before the World Cup. The World Cup was icing on the cake. And I understand
Ronaldo has won trophies as the guy in multiple places, unlike fucking Messi, that little bitch.
My point is, I don't appreciate
little flea.
I just don't appreciate the what's an appropriate word I can use, the desperation of the entire world and this whole bachelor approach that Kylian Mbappe has used to his pending free agency for like the last 4 years. Like, I may leave, I may not leave. I don't know. My heart's in France, but keep offering me more money. But it's like
come back, Hans.
Come on, man.
With PSG, man, they offered this man the keys to the castle, the keys to the kingdom.
The French league sucks. I would want to leave too. What else? I mean, it's boring.
Where's the president? Where's the president? The one that got mad at Joel Embiid for playing the U.S. Where's his press release on how he feels about Mbappe leaving today? Keep that same energy, okay? Yeah. Get mad at everybody that's ever been to France who doesn't stay.
Mbappe brought back a World Cup. He's not gonna be mad at him.
Griezmann brought back a World Cup.
He brought back a World Cup win. It's so much a president gonna say to me.
I've never met an Mbappe hater until today.
I'm not an Mbappe hater, man. I just didn't appreciate. I enjoyed Real Madrid restocking and reloading, and honestly, I just wanted to be known that it's Jude Bellingham's team. Okay, he's the captain. He's gonna be the new captain.
He's a midfielder, though. You can't
look.
Let's be real.
Come on, man.
A center midfielder can't be the guy in a team, in a squad.
What you mean by that? Why not?
It always got to be a forward. It's always got to be a forward.
Why can't be a center midfielder? It's
gonna be a winger or a striker. Always.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe the last great team that was centered around a center mid.
I don't watch too many teams, man. I watch the teams I watch. Okay, leave me alone.
I'll tell you one great team that was centered around one.
Who was Ronaldinho?
And then he went to Real Madrid, and his career was went to die, and
don't say it.
My boy from
Don't say it.
Colombia.
I did
That's
not feel
true.
bad at
That's
all.
not true. Don't say it.
Eden Hazard's career
Oh,
flamed out when he
Oh,
went
yeah,
to
it did.
Real, and I was
Yeah, it
there
did.
smiling.
Oh, I
But
thought
guess what? Chelsea
he was
was
gonna say. I thought he was gonna say Beckham, but you want to go Hazard? He was a wing at Chelsea.
Bruh.
He played
was on
left
number 10.
wing. He
was on
played
number
left
10.
wing.
He was on number 10.
I said center mid, not attacking mid.
You split hairs. You can't because you have what? Center attacking, center. Nah, bro. And the formation that
Attacking
Chelsea
mids are
played-
basically second
And Jude-
strikers. Let's
and
stop.
Jude
Let's
is
stop
no.
pretending.
Jude plays more
Stop
attacking
pretending.
mid than center mid.
He was playing defensive mid for Real.
Cruz, no. Tony Cruz plays that. Tony Cruz plays center mid, and we draw not Casemiro. When we bring in defensive mid, we got two guys we bring in a defensive mid. No, Bellinger's been attacking mid.
Excuse
They
me.
play more of a 4-3-1-2.
Oh, you're right.
I know. I'm sorry.
I still stand by it can be
I
a midfielder.
apologize.
Oh, here you go.
24 goals, man. In league play.
What's this hate for?
We talking?
Like, yeah, what's this hate for the center midfielders? Like, come on.
Nothing. I like that. I mean, I personally like playing that position, but I mean, you can't. I mean, you just can't. You can't revolve your whole squad for a creator rather than a scorer.
And then I don't appreciate that they're probably gonna get rid of Vinny when he's been outspoken for injustice in the country. Is this a way to conveniently
he should go to
rid
England.
themselves?
United, Manchester.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot better there.
He can come to Chelsea.
Yeah, I appreciate the love from my boy Vinny, man. We were building something. I just don't like the shortcut.
You know what, Lou? If it wasn't for Chicharito signing with Man United in 2010, I might have been a Chelsea fan just for Lukaku alone.
Romelu. See, here's an interesting thing about Chicharito, man.
Sorry, not Lukaku, Drogba.
Didier, my man.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, but so now I can agree when he was the guy on the team. They centered around him as the guy. But Chicharito, I learned from talking to some Mexican folk that he was a guy, but he wasn't the guy, right? Everybody's like, okay, we accept the fact that he was the most marketable from Mexico.
He's got haters for sure. I don't know. I don't get it, honestly.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, nah, there was some guys who were actually better than him. He was just the most marketable, et cetera, et cetera.
I mean, in a total package, yeah, Carlos Vela was the best one, but he had issues of his own.
Wasn't his LA Galaxy run disappointing as well?
He was just injured. He kept on hurting his knee.
I can't remember if he played for Real or if I traded.
He did.
For Real. Okay,
Yeah. After United, he went to Madrid, and then he was there for like
FIFA life gets confused. Sometimes.
He was there for like a year, and that was like the best year of my life. Seeing him and Ronaldo on the same team, I'm like, am I fucking dreaming right now?
You mean Cristiano Ronaldo? There's only one Ronaldo.
God, here we
That's
go.
fair.
Anyways,
that's fair. No, listen, that's fair.
I loved when Chicharito went to Real Madrid because I was like, man, this might be the first Mexican in Real Madrid since Hugo Sanchez, and that was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Another funny story. Went to see Real Madrid play in Spain in 2012. Think Cristiano scored 49 goals this year. Drove 3 hours from Jerez de la Frontera to Malaga. Learned to drive a stick shift for the first time in my life. Driving a rental car from in Spain, East Coast to West Coast. One of the only game, might have been the only game that season Cristiano did not score a goal.
Poetic.
But not even mad. It was the first time Malaga had beaten Real Madrid in, I think, 23 years. And the city was lit that night. So my wife and I had a wonderful time. I couldn't even be that mad.
I would have been pissed seeing my team not only lose, but seeing my favorite player not even score. Like, God damn.
I was hot till we got to the restaurant after the game, and they took care of us.
And the
very
food was
nicely.
fire.
Oh, listen. It's called El Pimpi. Okay, if you ever get to Malaga, the restaurant called El Pimpi. It was worth it. They didn't even have a table. They found a table for us. Yeah. The night was great.
Was this for the honeymoon or was it just a?
It actually was. No, it actually was. It was a delayed honeymoon trip.
Why you shaking your head, Hans?
Because you don't know the Negroes. The Negroes travel on a whim.
Chill out, man.
So for you to say if it was just a honeymoon, no, it was just another summer of the Butler Sands.
I mean, I like it. I like it.
That's what that was.
Evan is a worldly person.
Oh, very much so. It's no, hey, I'm just saying you don't know, so it's like, oh, special. No, that's just a midsummer.
I was just trying to do the math. I'm like, well, 2012.
2012, yeah, that was our honeymoon trip. Delayed honeymoon, yeah. Speaking of which, though, back to baseball. Yeah, got my son to his first Yankees game this couple weeks ago.
You took him to see that T-ball park.
Listen, man, listen. You know, when you got sluggers like that, I mean, we make it look easy.
You don't need a slugger. You just need a pop up to right field. You get a home run.
Oh yeah, but Judge was hitting on the left. Judge knocked it out.
Yeah, pull hitter. Got pull merchant.
Soto, I think.
How you a pull merchant, bro?
He's a pull merchant. All he does is
sound
pull.
like a hater.
All he does is pull his hits.
All right, last
he can't go Oppo Taco. He'll never go Oppo Taco.
I was say, but who is truly the best team in baseball right now? Or the best? The Phillies look like the best hitting team right now. Just saying.
The best hitting team? Come on.
Yeah. I was just confused when he said the best record in baseball. I'm like, the Phillies? Like,
we're tied 42-19.
I'm about to say the best hitting team, the best hitting bullpen out right now.
They can't be better than us.
I'll just wait. Just wait until the Dodgers finally get their injured relief bullpen pitchers.
When y'all get that second,
the bottom half of your squad, the top half of your team looks like an all-star team, and the bottom half looks like you have to call some reserves.
I don't want to talk about it.
30,
there's a couple of things. There's a couple of things that needs to be fixed, like getting a shortstop for one.
They said Mookie
needs to get his ass back in right field. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of him at short. He's not bad, but he's not good either. And yeah, I mean, he's need to change a lot of things.
Ohtani's look great.
Yeah, he has. But again,
what's boy take the rap for him?
He's all right, here we go. Now. All right, he's not the Padres player that got hit with a lifetime ban today. Did you guys see that? Hans, did you see that?
Let me look that up. Because that player didn't have somebody to take the rap for him.
Hans. Acknowledge me when I talk to you.
What happened?
I said, did you see that Padres player get hit with a lifetime ban for betting on his team?
Yeah, bro. It's another guy. No. Yeah. It's another. Now it's baseball. It's crept into baseball.
Another one.
He didn't have Ohtani money.
He didn't have Ohtani money. Okay, listen.
You guys need to stop.
You got to let a man bet a whole lot of money to bet.
He didn't do it. The FBI didn't find anything.
Of course they didn't. You let that man bet $100 million. He said, listen, you give me $100 million to bet. If they give me, I'll take it, okay?
So you're telling me every person involved in the FBI investigation is a Dodger and Shohei Ohtani fan. Got it.
I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you, between them two, they had a deal. You can bet as much money as you want, interpreter guy. But if you get popped, it's on you. That's it, man.
They didn't find anything. You can't prove it. This is all hearsay, and I will sue you for defamation.
Story for it. This is an LA
I'll
story
sue you on behalf of Shohei Ohtani for defamation.
If the glove don't fit, baby, I feel you. Let's start the show.
How fitting that happened in what state?
That's what I'm saying. It's an LA story.
I was seeing that. Y'all seen that Stephen A. responded to these comments?
What do you say?
Yeah, he's responded to all that's been happening. I just peeped it. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. But somebody saying basically he's saying that I made these ladies famous. Something in sort of like this, like, have you heard of Monica McNabb? Well, you have now because she's on First Take a lot.
What is wrong with him, man? What is wrong with him? Seriously, what is wrong with this man?
I don't know, man, but
What his narcissism is at an all-time high.
I know he don't get no hoes.
No, he gets them. Stop it. He has money, Lou. He has money.
Okay, I was about to say.
He has money, Lou. He has money.
I was about to say it's not for his personality.
He has money. Stop.
It's for his pockets. I can't stand this guy. Yo.
But he's gonna get off on the gray area. He's gonna get off on the gray area like he is. His stance is gonna be, I've covered women's sports. I talk about women's sports on my show. Not that he should have done it more. He's just gonna be like, no, I've done it.
Right.
That's gonna
the
be
technicality of the conversation.
Yeah, that's where he's gonna get his gray area. That's where he's gonna
That lawyer loophole.
Yeah.
The small print.
He'll probably make it a topic on his show, get clicks and be like, and give you snippets of when he's talked about women sports in the past and, whatever. But
who takes less accountability for their misdoings? Stephen A. Smith?
Or Skip Bayless?
Donald
President Trump?
Trump?
Or Darvin Ham?
Hey, man, y'all got rid of him, man. Let him lie.
Darvin Ham.
I ain't gonna hold you. That was well played, Christian. That was
Hell of a ball club. Hell of a ball club.